What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. And guys, I want to talk about Dr. Dre today, which we all know that with Dr. Dre, he's been going through a really tough divorce, which, I really empathize and sympathize with him. Obviously, I don't understand with the empathy, but I do sympathize with him because here's a man that's invested a lot of time into a woman who has shown that she doesn't appreciate him. Okay. Also, it seems that the children, one of the daughters, is taking the mother's side.
Oh, hell no!
Right? And not his side. And Dr. Dre actually is at risk of losing half his stuff. Although the woman didn't contribute in any way to his success, is what it's looking like right now, right? And he's doing a wonderful job, him and his legal team. But there's another woman with, similar allegations, right? And the other woman that has these allegations are none other than his daughter.
Oh my God!
The daughter's name is LaTanya Young, okay? Now, when Dr. Dre, before he got famous, he was only 18 at the time. He was broke. He was like a DJ and trying to, come up and things like that. He had a child as a young man. And after having a child as a young man, I don't know if he didn't stay in touch with the mother or stay in touch with the daughter. But what we do know is that the last 17 years, they have not spoken, okay? And it sounds interesting because they're both in the same city, the same state. It's been 17 years, he has not seen her, all right? And the daughter is, her father is, a billionaire or close to it. She's not saying that money is what she wants. She wants to have a relationship with Dr. Dre. And also, Dr. Dre has grandkids that he's not even involved in the lives, right? So that is what she's looking for. She says she's went through therapy and things like this. Now, again, it is, his word against hers. And we don't necessarily know, right, what's going on. LaTanya Young, obviously, she, from what I understand, she's not doing so well financially. But this is what she's out here saying now, okay? Now, here's what I want to talk about. Why is Dr. Dre so involved in the kid's life that he's with right now? I'm not giving him an excuse or anything, but why? Well, with Nicole Young, he loved her, okay? And it's much easier to deal with a child that you love, okay? And when you have one of those keep a nigga babies, let's just be honest, for a lot of black men, it's hard to get involved with that child like that. Although it is your child, it's hard to get involved. And one of the reasons why it's hard to get involved is because, number one, you have issues with the baby's mother or the baby mother's family. Okay? And now she did say Dr. Dre offered to pay her tuition. He didn't do it. He never paid for college. He never did anything to help her and his sisters. Nothing. He didn't do anything. Okay? And, if I was Dr. Dre in that situation, I would be different, right? Because if it's my child, it's my child. I'm going to love my child, right? I don't know what the story is. But see, here's the situation in the black community. And I always tie it back. When people have children that they don't really care for, and I'm just going to be honest, on the men and the women's side, when you have a baby because you want to get pregnant, you don't care about the outcome of the child, how the child is going to end up being, you're pregnant, you're going to handle it all by yourself. It takes two to raise a family. And just because the woman wants to have the child, that don't mean the guy wants to have the child. And what happens is when the guy doesn't want to have the child, he's not going to do shit. But then when that guy goes out there and he, experiences, love with another woman, he has somebody he cares about, right? And we see it all the time in black America. We're not going to act like it doesn't exist because we know it exists. Now, all of a sudden, that guy has no problem being a good father, okay? That guy has no problem with, being there in that child's life, that and we see all the time, and the reason why we see that is because, if the guy doesn't like the baby mama or hate her, that child suffers. Now, let me say this. I'm not giving him an excuse, okay? I'm not giving him an excuse. And if what she said is truth, Dr. Dre is a sucker for that, all right? He is. You lay down, you got the lady pregnant, lady had the baby, you need to provide for that child. Now, I don't know, again, what situations that they have been through. Like I said, it's his word against hers. And we do know that women do lie, right? We figured that out through this case, that folks do lie. And I don't believe his side of the story is out there. When it comes out there, he'll be able to tell how it is. But, the situation that as it remained is we need to be serious about people who want to be parents. And for those people who don't want to be parents, let them not be parents. All of this keep a nigga baby and I'm going to do bad about myself and I'm going to have the child. What it hurts is the child. It hurts the kids. Then she becomes a person that's old, 37. She has children, probably dysfunctional. She probably never going to be married, still struggling. And then what happens is you get those daddy issues. I feel abandoned. My daddy didn't love me. He didn't care about me. Why didn't he care about me? Was I not good enough for him to care about me? And then that cycle perpetuates throughout our community. And then it creates a lot of young women who don't like the men. A lot of men that come in to a situation, to a scarred woman, and a lot of brothers whoa, what's going on? And, on both ends, on Dr. Dre's fault and the mama's fault, just immaturity, right? We got to stop playing with people's lives. This lady, we don't know what she could have been in life had she had the resources. Not even the resources about money, but the resources of love, mentorship. Women need that. And I know I talk, I roast, brothers and sisters over here, but women need help. All right? In order for women to respect themselves, they need love from the Father. I'm going to say it again. They need love from the Father. Okay? This is something that they need. They need love from the Father. I know a lot of people are not going to want to hear that, but that is the truth. Women need love from the Father. Because once they receive that, it's going to be different. It's going to be easier for them to do what? To understand it from a man. Okay? A woman needs that self-confidence from her father. Once she has that, it's easier. But once you don't have that, then that's when they start thotting it up. Then that's when they start sandling it up. Okay? And once they start thotting it up and start sandling it up, this is tough. Okay? This is where it gets real rough in these streets. And this is something that we need to really look at. So, hopefully, with the situation, it can get to some resolution. Hopefully they can get, some sort of, resolution with this and, really, really come together, as a family, as a mother and as a daughter and a father and squash their issues. Right. So guys, it's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment pinned to the top, and as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.